everyone, I wanted to hop on here. This is very impromptu because I got a strong nudge to talk about numerology. I have been geeking out on it ever since I took a class on it last year. I have been following it for over a year through other subscriptions I have, and it's really been speaking to me. Hi, Sarah. And I wanted to simplify this and give you a little bit of a taste of why it's been so cool and so helpful, and how can you start to try using some numerology to understand what 2022, still getting the hang of saying 2022. It's like 2020 in my mind still. And it's so cool for me because just like many other tools in spirituality, numerology gives you something that's very unique to you. Everyone's numbers, whether you use your birth date, birth year, the current year you're in, invites you into a different energy. And so the simplest way to just start to get you to experience and feel this is by explaining a few numbers. I thought I'll give some background. I started to do that in another video, deleted it, started over, and said, let's explain what is a life path number. A life path number, and I have notes here because I'm going to do a quick hit on all of the numbers and what they mean. A life path number is what you bring in. It's your entire birth date. So your month, your day, your year of birth, if you add all of that up, each individual digit, it will sum up to a number. Let's say it adds up to 35, and then you add 3 plus 5, and that becomes 8. So if you take a moment and you're doing this with me, just grab a piece of paper, Excel spreadsheet, anything, Google browser, and type out all of your numbers and sum it up. Trust me, this will be really cool as you do it. So whenever you're ready, add up again till you get to a single digit number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one of those numbers. And that is the number, that's the energy that you bring in. It's the long game, it's your vision for the future. I'm going to use other words that I've heard some of the teachers I've tapped into. Let me check in. It's the energy you carry around with you for a lifetime. It's also like it explains your drive, your motivations, and what people will mirror back to you. There is a special call out for some of the double digits. So if it's 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4, I may not cover that in here, but I'd still love for you to give this a shot. At least I'll touch upon 1 to 9. There is so much coolness in understanding that. Another number I want you to calculate before we talk more about this is your yearly cycle, your yearly number. So whenever you're ready, take your birth month, birth date, and the current year, 2022. Write all of that out. Add up all the digits. In my case, my birthday is March 12, and so that's 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. And I'm going to see if I'll do this on the fly. Yeah, so that adds up to 9. Did I do that right? Did not think I'll be doing math live with everyone, but no. 2, 6 plus 6, 12, 3. Yeah. So giving you all a minute to make sure you have your two numbers. So in my case, my life path number, which happens to be the same as my yearly cycle number. So 12/3/2022 is the same as my life path number, and there is significance to that. So we'll explain that as well. I know I'm keeping this like under suspense. We'll explain more. And then I think the other number that you can also understand is, I debated adding this, but public persona. So this is how you perform, how you appear socially. It's just adding your birth month and day. So in my case, that's back to March 12th. So that's 1, 2, 3. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. So for me, as an example, my life path number is 3. My yearly cycle number is 3, same this year. My public persona is 6. So with all your numbers, before I go into, for me, I found it so amazing how it coincided, these numbers, with what I was going through at the time. And so you can think of 1 to 9 as going through a cycle. It's like 1 is the start and 9 is the completion, and we go through that cycle all over again. And you'll notice those same themes. What I'm about to do is, whatever numbers you got for your 3 numbers, hang on to that, and I'll take you through really quick hits on 1, 2, 3. What do they represent? What do they mean? And as you listen, just feel into your body, feel into your energy, your aura. Like, what does this feel right? Does this explain my energy? Does this make sense to me? Take what resonates, leave the rest, as always. We are all sovereign beings, so I want to reinforce that. And so there are archetypes, there's energies around each number. And back to, again, the cycle. So one is all about starting, initiation. The word initiator, trailblazer, is used for 1. So expect that energy, like you are here to create, you're here to express personal power. Like you're all about manifesting and lots of determination, willpower, and very inquisitive. I also think of 1 as being very related to intuition. When you see repeating 1s as an angel number, that is all about something you're about to manifest and you're intuiting it. So I think of it as a leading number. Whenever you're in a 1 year, think of it as that's a year you are initiating and starting something or changing something, because you just went through a closing 9 year. That's about 1. Now about 2. 2 is about Peacemaker. It's a very gentle, peaceful, deep, like close relationship. I think of it as, all right, 1, you initiated, and 2, and now you can relate to this in terms of your general energy, the energy of 2022 for you. You could be initiating if it's a 1. 2 could be you're coming into relationship, like you're stepping into, it feels more feminine, and the 1's more masculine. my take on it. What else? Yeah, it's very like connected to a lot of people. You might, and it almost like you need the grounding of a 1. When you step into years where there is more masculine energy around, 2022, I'm getting the sense that even numbers are more feminine in nature. We are in a 6 year, so that's 2022, 2 plus 2 plus 2, all adding up to 6. That is a year which is also very feminine and flowy, and I'll get to 6, so I'll try not to jump the gun, just so you can go through this one by one. What else would I love to share about 2? Yeah, I think it's really key for 2s to find their purpose, find something to ground into. They might be triggering because, again, you're a peacemaker. And in order to make peace, you almost need to like stir up the energy, and then it can calm down. As much as like twos are all about loving, healing, and easing pain. I'll move on to three now. So three is the communicator, the creative. It's a very bubbly energy. It's very bright, playful, humorous. I am three, and I am remembering that I am a three. Loves pleasure, loves fun, loves play, enjoyment, freedom, entertainment, good company. Likes to do a lot of things. There's a lot happening in the 3 year and with the three energy. And it can also result in doubt when there's so much going on. There's like, okay, what do you focus on? You can feel scattered. You can oh, and my laptop beeped. Sorry, got distracted. And very social, very leader-like. Oh, hello. I'm just talking more about numerology here for those hopping on. I also wanted to say hi, Sina. As I'm talking through all of the numbers here, I'm right now on 3 and talking about the numerology of 3 as being creative, communicative. Feels very Mercury-like if I had to use an astrology analogy. Can want to race ahead, do all the things. As I'm saying this, it's like I can feel a lot of my own energy in the description of 3. And remember, I'm mostly talking about your life path number, which is the summation of your day, your month, your year, all the digits. But I also want you to look at the energy of day, month, and 2022. What is the yearly cycle number for you? And so moving on to 4. 4 to me is a very grounded, it's the words that I've seen used around it is the salt of the earth, the devoted. It's very dedicated. It's very loyal. I think of it as like stability and integrity. It's all about hard work. And as you can see, maybe my hypothesis around even numbers being more feminine and flowy, I'm not sure, but because the 4 is very grounded. When you think about repeating 4s and angel numbers, it's all about feeling protected and supported by your guides and angels. So as I'm looking at my many notes and tapping intuitively as well, it's very structured, very organized, but of course the shadow of it can be not being open to change, and so everything requires balance. So I trust if you have a mix of numbers, if you have one energy, the year has another energy, it's all in service of you. And what else about the 4 that I can share? I feel like I want to say more about the 4. It's very practical. That's the other word that's coming to mind. All right, I feel ready to move on to 5. 5 is about new experiences. 5 is an experiencer. It's a, what is another word I can use from my notes? Change maker. It's all about change. When I see repeating 5s, I'm like, change. Okay. Acknowledge my guides, my angels. 5 is about change. New experiences, freedom, trying different things. It's hard to actually stick to a plan. You're always taking risks and being daring, making me feel slightly nervous about, oh, in 2 years, am I going to step into that energy as a 5 year for me? Wasn't last year kind of like that? 2021 was a 5 year. Lots of change, lots of shakeups. I'll talk about 6 as well. So the 6 is a flowy year. It's a harmonizing year. It's a nurturing year. It's to ascend. It's to bring more tranquility, beauty, inspiration, joy, but really harmonize. Like you want to get everyone more connected and integrated. And it's a 6 year, so I really hope that we are able to integrate everything that got shaken up in 5. Again, these mirror the cycles we go through. You initiate, you make peace with it, you communicate and you create, then you ground, then you use the energy of the 5 to change, and then you nurture. And now coming to 7. 7 is also another practical number. It's a seeker. It's a purist is also a word that I have in some other notes. I resonate more with seeker. Loves to go deep and explore. They love to read. They are very intuitive. Lots of hesitation around going into teaching would be the shadow side of it, and to reach out to others because there's so much energy of knowledge and wisdom flowing through them. I resonate with the 7 a lot. I wonder if I have a 7 somewhere that is just making me reflect as I'm re-reviewing all of this. It's a cool number. All the numbers are so cool. So again, we can go so much deeper. There's so much to read and research or intuit around this. Hi. And I'm now just running through the last 2 numbers, and we'll close for, and we'll make sure that everyone has the notes of this, because this, working with numerology, really, it's visual for me. Numbers, adding them all up, seeing the energy and the meaning. It just made so much sense to me and for my husband, what the numbers were, that I'm like, I just need to use this in my life and try it out more and play with it more. Last 2 numbers here, 8. So 8 is, it's a very powerful number. It's all about leading and balancing personal power. Very influential. They are, born leaders of their judges of character, and very much entrepreneurial in that way, because they're so self-initiated. And it makes sense because as you're closing out the cycle of 1 to 9, as you get closer to the end, you're starting to initiate something new. So it makes sense that the 8 is like, all right, we have now really integrated all that we started from year 1. And now in year 8, it's coming to a close by year 9. So we are a leader on this front. And we're also starting to step into what's the next thing? What's the next thing that's inviting me in? So think of this life path number or this year for you as one where you're really stepping into mastery of some sort. You are stepping into, as much as you're mastering, it's important to recognize where do you need to be more vulnerable. And the more that you can step into that energy too, it can only enhance the energy of the 8. So opening up, letting go, releasing, allowing, getting help. Every number requires balance, and so the numbers also talk to you and teach you about the light and the shadow of it, like all things in life. Which now takes me to the healer. That's number 9. 9 is all about nurturing, peaceful, reminds me of number 6, number 2, but 9 is very sensitive to energy, very attuned to the spiritual dimension. You're likely an old soul. This resonated with me because my daughter is a 9, and I certainly feel that energy from her, and have had many people mirror this back to me. And so if you have a 9, either if it's this year for you or if it's a year, your life path number, understand and know that like you have all of these gifts. Like there is a humanitarian cause, like the word humanitarian is also used in the context of a 9. And to own your introspection, to own your introversion, to own these gifts, like when you come to completion of a cycle, you do a lot of inward looking, reflecting to truly close a chapter and move on. And so that's just the energy of the 9. It's also a beautiful reminder of how you can truly close a cycle all the way from 1 to 9. And so that was it's 222 my time, was my attempt to fit this into a short 15-20 minute overview of what can numerology explain. I'd love to hear, and I know some of you joined partway through, if you go back to the beginning, calculate the three numbers, listen to these snippets of what is 1, 2, 3 mean for you, if it resonates, and how that might be helping you, because it certainly helped me get perspective on the fact that I'm a 3 life path number, day, month, birth year, all added up. And 2022 is day, month 2022 for me is also 3. And it's really amazing for me to see, like, oh yes, I'm going to really step into my purpose, my gifts in a big way. And also, my word for this year is wealth, but it's really around rest and play and coming back into my creativity and flow. And so to me, it resonated so much that I just had to share it with you all. So I welcome you to explore this, play with it. There's so much magic here, like in so many things. Sending you all so much love. Thank you for the thank yous here. And stay tuned. I'll update the caption as well later today with more notes. Sending you all love. Have a beautiful day wherever you are at.